Hello everyone and welcome to a new first taste or possibly even a mini-series depending on how this goes and whether you enjoy what you see. But today we're going to be checking out OddSparks, an automation adventure. This game entered into early access on the 24th of April this year, that is 2024, and is developed by Massive Mini Team and published by Handy Games. It is billed as a blend of automation and real-time strategy for both the diehard of the automation genre and the automation curious. And in the background here you can kind of see a little glimpse, a snippet of some scene that gives an idea of the sort of automation that'll go on. But the best way that I can think of to describe it, the best analogy to make from my limited playtime, I did jump into the game and checked out what it was about a little bit, but I would say if you took the RTS, the real-time strategy elements from a game like Overlord, now before you get worried, yes, I realize that that's quite a tonal shift between this cutesy kind of little automation, almost town-like vibe in the background here to a game like Overlord, but bear with me, it will make sense. If you took the real-time strategy elements from that game and merged it with the automation elements from a game like Factory Town or even Autonauts, then you'd get a really, really good idea of what this game is going to be like. But as always, it is always easier to show rather than to describe, and as I mentioned earlier, if this game gets a bit of attention, then we may see this turn into a mini-series. So, if by the end of the video you decide you liked what you saw and you want to see more, then do remember to massage those lovely buttons down below to let Saint Algorithmus know that you'd like to see more of it on the channel. But without further ado, with a little bit more ado, you do have a character creator. You can change quite a lot of things. You can give yourself a majestic beard, for example. That's always the most important thing. And change some colors. I've gone for a bit of an autumnal feel. I think that serves us quite well. But with that said, let's go ahead and jump into a new game. Village name. Dapperton. There we go. And Generation Seed. If you get this game yourself and want to play along, then by all means you can use the seed and you'll get exactly the same kind of procedural world layout. From what I understand, the larger world outside of the village is procedurally generated, so that can sometimes lead to very, very easy situations and sometimes very, very hard ones. Your mileage may vary. It is a calm and quiet day, and you are relaxing on your bench. All of your daily tasks are done, and the warm sun gently lulls you to a midday nap. You dream of adventure, of a more exciting life than the one you have right now in the frontier village. When suddenly, a loud crash comes from down the field and wakes you up. My shed. Okay. Well, okay. Clean up the broken shed. Is there anything in there? It's clear that there is no way to fix the shed, and you begin to clean up the area. As you clean the debris and shards of wood, you find a gleaming metal object in the middle of the mess. This must have been the thing that crashed into and destroyed your shed. Unsure of what it is, you pick up the strange metal object. It's warm to the touch. One person comes to mind as someone who can help figure out what it is. The Divine Researcher. What an interesting idea. A Divine Researcher. Your character runs faster on paths. Very well. Thank you very much for this information. We can gather all sorts of things around this world. Everything is highlighted. Some things we can't interact with yet. But things that we can interact with, for example, down here, we'll get a little notification. And I'm going to go ahead and gather this, because you may have noticed that above the top of it, it was telling me what was in there. Now, is this one show? Yes, it shows that I can get leaves from them, but there's one other thing that I might get as well. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. I've now picked up leaves and a bit of wood. And as we go around, we will explore the world and find out what everything makes. We've got a handy-dandy little journal down here, and also a little bit of information as well. We've not uncovered any sparks. We'll get to those in a moment. But items-wise, you've got the leaves, you've got the wooden log. We will be making use of this UI a lot as we progress to find out what things get used to build. This is one of those games where if you look at something, and provided you understand the ways it can be used, you can find out what it can be made from and what it can be made into, and I love that in industry games. It is so good to have a handy-dandy journal like that. Pardon me while I just sit on this bench. It's got a little heart on the back as well. I'm a big fan. Right, hello there. You need my help with a weird thing. I love weird things. Me too. Let me see. Ooh, what if we poke it right? The strange piece of metal you picked up from your broken shed comes alive. It wraps itself around your brooch and staff, and suddenly a wealth of information enters your mind. Dazed, you look to the ancient tablet near the researcher and realize you can understand the ancient writings. The ancient tablet seems particularly wrecked. Particularly wrecked, but you can definitely read some of the text. Something about magic, devastation, a spark, something about hope. You relay everything to the researcher. You can understand it? This is incredible news. Amazing. You must look at the village monument for me. Very well. There we go. We've got to go and check out the village monument. Rewards, advancement. I like advancement as a reward, yes. Go without me, I'll slow you down. You come back and tell me what you find. Okay, old dude. I'm onto you, and I respect the grind. But the whole, I'd only slow you down. You should go and do all of the stuff, and then come back and give me the information I want. Give me the rewards. Yes. I've been around the block a few times. I know what you're doing. I'm going to park my butt on every single seat in town. Got to claim them, you know. You are the woodsman. Don't forget to drink some water. Just like plants, you need hydration too. This is fantastic advice. Thank you very much. I will bear it in mind. Claim this bench. That is now mine. Let's have a look-see. I will also claim this bench. I'm actually just going around the town to sit on all the benches. Because I may or may not have noticed that there is an achievement for doing that. Look, okay, sometimes I like achievements, all right? Not all the time, but sometimes. Especially when the achievement involves sitting down. Right. The village monument looms above you, quietly and with the weight of its years behind it. You extend your hand, and a strange metal on your brooch radiates a soft light. Suddenly, the carvings on the stone itself begin to shift into text. You barely have time to understand what you see as writing appears and disappears. You can't catch all of the information. Something about being last accessed several million days ago. The word danger catches your eye. The monument is clearly more important than everyone had assumed. The words settle for a moment. Danger levels of corrupted ether detected. Cleansing pulse routine initiated. You can hear the monument rattle. Something inside is trying to activate itself, but nothing happens. Etheric cleansing failed. Functions locked. Connections severed. Cleansing routine recommended. Danger to life critical. The monument opens up, revealing a large number of small slabs of stone. One appears in the middle, with a single slot and a single button. You should tell the Divine Researcher about everything you found. Very well. Ether Shard. Machine range 0. Unlocks all workstation shrines at range 0. One workstation shrine will be unlocked. The Stumpy Spark Shrine. Well, we're going to have to take care of that. Hello. I'm totally going to gather this stone. I didn't notice anything above it because I figure that probably is like, look, it's a stone. What do you think you're going to get from gathering a stone? Do I need to spell everything out for you? Fair. I'll take that one on the chin game. Hello. Oh. Hello, my dear. Have you eaten? Have a cookie. Okay, I appreciate the cookie. I will absolutely accept it. But between, hey, you should hydrate yourself, and, oh, you should definitely eat, have a cookie? Am I not taking care of myself? Are they worried about... Do I look particularly pallid right now? Also, are there any more benches that I haven't sat on? I will be over there in a moment, old dude. Important benches await. I noticed that there was a path down here that I didn't take. Let's shimmy on down. There are... Oh. There is no going that way. Is there a bench over here? Is it a hidden bench? There is a hidden bench. Gotcha. Okay. And I think that may be it for the benches that I have seen. Okay, I'm fairly certain I've claimed every single bench with my butt. Time for me to go and actually do what I was asked to do. As loath as I am to do it. Hello. Did you look at the Divine Monument yet? Tell me what you've seen. Don't keep this old man waiting. You describe everything you've seen when the village monument was activated to the Divine Researcher. The strange text, the slots that could fit an ether shard, how it attempted to perform a cleansing pulse, but failed. The Divine Researcher's natural smile falls as he tries to digest everything. We've had individuals explore north, past the woodlands, and even past the mountains. The ones that travelled furthest returned ill and talked about how the magic, the ether itself, felt strange. Some had used the word corrupted. It would explain a lot if the village monument could clear corrupted ether. It did seem odd that this place was so perfect to make a new village in. Sounds like we should turn it on. Okay. If you need an ether shard, that means you have to head into the woodlands. You're not supposed to go there, but I'll give you permission. Just be careful. It can be quite dangerous. Normally, you get an ether shard by hunting animals, but maybe you'll have a better chance if you look for a spunny corpse. Oh, and while you're out there, there's an ancient shrine just outside. It has this kooky little golden guy on top. You could check that out too. Very well. Exit through the old mine shaft, examine the ancient shrine outside, and collect the ether shard from a corpse. We'll pin this one. Good luck. Have a great adventure. You hear? Very well. I will try and do my best. Now, we do have a map. We have a quest log. These two mine shafts always seem... like, this part, as far as I can tell, is always the same. The village is a set piece. But beyond this is where the procedural starts to kick in. So I'm actually kind of excited to see how it's going to differ from my test run. Let's pop ahead through the mine. I was going to sing the whole secret tunnel thing, but it wasn't really a secret. I had it on my map and everything. Sad. Oh, this is already different. Okay, that's very interesting. Camera controls, rotate and zoom, yada yada. This is particularly interesting because there are some things out here, as I've already mentioned, some things I can't gather. And I won't be able to gather them for quite some time, so if they happen to be in a place where it obstructs me from interacting with something, then it'll be quite some time until I can interact with it, and that is absolutely what happened on my previous map, and what absolutely doesn't seem to be the case here, so I'm actually quite intrigued already. Of logs, I'll call them Stumpy Sparks. They're the first step in making it right. Oh, okay. Making what right exactly, ruined tablet? The Stumpy Spark Shrine, a currently unknown remnant of ancient technology. An ancient stone ruin stands in front of you. It's clear now that it's less of a shrine and more of a machine. It glows lightly under your touch, and the carvings on the stone begin to shift and create words. Test start. Attempting to create one Stumpy Spark. Connection not found. Test failed. To reconnect, unlock function. Machine range 0. Okay. Collect an ether shard from a corpse. Let's go and find us a corpse. You can't interact with all of these, which is very sad. These pipes on the ground, my raft instincts were telling me I must click them and I must gather things from them, but I cannot, or at least I've not found a way to yet. We do, however, have an ancient container over here, which has 4 etheric pellets. I will absolutely take them, thank you very much. And I will now have them over here. Oh, also, I've got stones. A basic material used for many things. A broken off piece of stone, ready to be refined. A small piece of unrefined magic material. Small pellets that consist of partially digested material and condensed pieces of digested material. Oh, that doesn't sound good. We've got a blocked ancient container that there is no way of me interacting with, apparently. Let's continue to have a poke around. We are looking for a corpse. Well, actually, we're looking for an ether shard. I will take these leaves. Thank you very much indeed. But hopefully we will find them. If I have a look on my map, I might get a bit of an idea where to go. Nothing yet. That, by the way, is an ancient waypoint. I didn't actually click on it yet, which would make sense to get a little bit more information. We can, of course, rotate the camera, which I recommend you do, so that you can see around the cliffs. But this area is reasonably safe, so far as I have seen. This is not a game that there seems to be any kind of pressing threat that comes to you, or at least, again, as I have seen. Ah, there we go. That's the corpse that I was looking for. These, by the way, are spunnies. Field spunnies, specifically. And these are not teeth. I think those are rib cages. I think the spunny fell over. Poor spunny. Let's go ahead and gather from the spunny corpse. There we go. Wise not using my hands on a corpse, using the end of my rather good-looking staff there. It looks like a trumpet. Well, no, a very, very weird trumpet, but a trumpet all the same. Let's gather a little bit more as well. Oh, go back to the village, access the monument, and complete the machine range 0. But first, I must gather all of the things. Look, I have to do this, otherwise I lose my license as a loot goblin. You've always got to keep that thing maintained. Pass too much loot without gathering, you have to give it back. Gabbling, my lord. I swear, part of my brain has leaked out. these past couple of years. That whole breaking COVID, really, aside from getting COVID, well, I'm fairly certain I got it at least once, the whole breaking talking to people has eroded my English so hard. People... I don't know. It's a double-edged sword. People say, "Oh, you sound so good with it." I would never have known it was your second language. I notice. I used to be much better at this, like 2020, or well, before 2020. My Lord, the speed you forget a language when it isn't your native one is shocking. Right, let's pop our way down here. Sorry for spinning the camera around. I know that gives some people sim sickness. I'll try and keep it more or less oriented to the north. Well, what I imagine is the north most of the time. Right, let's pop this in here. Donk. And unlock. Okay, machine range. Unlocks all workstation shrines at range 1. I need a Stumpy Spark. 2 workstations will be unlocked. The Etheric Distiller Shrine and the Crafty Spark Shrine. The Monument Waypoint unlocks the Village Monument Waypoint. I've got to pop in a wooden log, and I will do that right away. Pump. There we go. You've unlocked the Village Monument Waypoint. Select an active waypoint on the map to fast travel to it. Marvelous. We can now zoom straight back to here. And this is kind of why you need to gather everything. I actually didn't remember what we would need. I just remembered that the first time I played, like, I just indulged myself. I was playing for me. And you have no idea how much I resist the urge to gather literally everything when I'm recording. I have some sense of, this is probably not as interesting to everyone else as it is to a loot goblin of such a high caliber as myself. But trust me, when I say I didn't have to gather, like go out and grind for materials for like an hour, because I just collected everything already. And that's why you should. Waypoint range 0. Unlocks waypoints at range 0. 1 waypoint will be unlocked. Very well. Let's pop that in there as well. Oops, sorry. There we go. And finally, quest overview. Oh, you've unlocked your first ancient waypoint. Ancient waypoints need to be fueled before you can be used. Very well. But quest overviews. Unlocks the quest overview to help track your progression and unlocks. There we are. The quest overview gives you an overview of how the quests are connected. Use it to plan out which quests to prioritize. Now that right there is not actually something I made use of when I was testing. It was kind of a slapdash kind of test. You know, I gathered everything, didn't really pay as much attention to the UI as I should have. Ether Shard, a basic magical material, a wondrous material used all over the world as a source of magic energy for mundane uses. But how does this work exactly? Oh, that's very interesting. It shows us different tiers of quests as well. I wonder if that kind of fade means there's more beyond it. But I just haven't gotten there. So there's a Divine Researcher quest over here. Prerequisites not met. Complete the following quests first. I don't know what that is, but we've got to get this one as well, and we can get to level 2. Let's have a quick look. Exit through the mineshaft and examine the ancient shrine outside. That's probably the quest it's talking about. Let's go poke our face out and see what we've got going on out there. Hello, 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 and indeed hello. You touch the shrine, and it slowly whirs into life. It seems to be running some kind of test, and it is checking that everything still works. Suddenly, it spits out a rather strange creature into your arms. The shrine registers that Stumpy Spark has been immediately activated as part of the tests. The Stumpy Spark stares at you, and it seems ready and eager to receive instructions, however, before anything can be done. With a puff of magic, the Stumpy Spark turns into a wooden disc that fits in your hand. With the sparks deactivation successful, the shrine states that it is now fully operational and ready to be assigned sparks. The strange metal in your staff changes, and slots that can fit the new disc appear. You place it in, and the Stumpy Spark begins to follow you. This is our Stumpy Spark. A basic spark, the most basic of sparks. Can't do a lot, tries hard, a good listener, the quartermaster. Aww. Defense, 1 out of 5. Actually, this is true for all of them. Defense, offense, efficiency, and capacity. From what I understand, defense, obviously, how much of a beating it can take. Offense, how much of a beating it can dish out. Capacity, I think, specifically refers to how much it can carry at once. And with 1 star, it can carry 1 thing. I'm not sure if it scales or if it literally is at top, you can carry 5. Efficiency is how fast it can interact with things, and we'll get to that in a bit. And attack type is blunt. There we go. Basic spark controls. You can throw your sparks in aim mode with space. Very well. And, right, throw a spark twice. Collect pine saplings. Now, it seems that my sparks can interact with this, but before we do that, I've got to put in wood in that to fuel it. It requires 12 fuel a minute. I'm not sure. Do we have any information on how much fuel wood gives? Let's see. No, doesn't really give me any information on that one. Okay, well, that's fair enough. Can we now hand this in yet? No, we can't. But we could do this one if we wanted to. But I think we want the Stumpy Spark a little bit longer. Now, if we have a look in here, we need ether shards and wood. Assign a spark to empty spark slots to automate the workstation. I could. But I'm going to need more wooden logs for that. But for now, I can definitely pop those in there. But for the time being, would you care to go and do some work for me? Because I can't gather those, unfortunately. But you can. And I would very much like it if you would gather all of the things. Let's have a look around. Is there anything else for us? Oh, there's some bushes over here that I can go and gather. I'll keep our spark in view. There we go. And once it's finished gathering, it also brings me the stuff as well, which is quite amazing. Thank you very much. Didn't bring me all the stuff, though, because you can only carry one thing, so I'm just going to throw you back over there. There we go. That gives me 2 spark throws, and now you can salvage this one. Or chop this one. Right, there we go. Let's have a quick look around while you're gathering that. I can trust you to do that, I'm sure. And I will gather this while I'm waiting. There we go. Get a little bit more wood. Fantastic. Marvellous. Thank you ever so much. Right, now let's pop all of this in there. And I would like you to do this. Well, actually, I should probably show how this works. Normally, you have to hold it down. And this will tell you how fast you're going to make it. You're going to make 3.8 of them per minute. And that's fine. But you can also have them do the work for you. And the different sparks will do work in different ways. Our Stumpy Spark, you may notice, doesn't have arms. Which makes it very hard to press buttons. However, they're very ingenious. Look at him roll. Why is he rolling on his eyeballs, though? That goes through me something chronic. Why the eyes? Why are you rolling on your eyeballs? Disapprove. Disapprove greatly. But you can carry on doing that while I go and gather up some more wood. And then when we come back, we'll have a couple more sparks, because we need at least enough that I can use one in the monument task to activate the new shrines, and also leave one in there, possibly making more of them, depending on how much wood I can bring back. And finally, one to come with us, because they can cut things down that I cannot. Because as much as I can rummage around in bodies and in bushes with this staff, not so great at chopping down trees. Which is reasonable, considering it's also made of trees. There we go. You generally want a harder material to chop something down than itself. Though, you know, with enough conviction, I'm sure you could chop a tree with another tree. But, it is just easier with an axe. Right, let's go and see how you're done. Thank you ever so much. In fact, while we're not making... Actually, no, we do have enough to make at least one more. So let's get all of you in there. Don't. I can't actually help when the 2 of them are there. But the 2 of them actually craft as fast as I could anyway. But that is something to be aware. When you assign a task to be automated, you can't really take part in it anymore. You can definitely hang out with me, though. Let's grab all of them. Thank you. There we go. Right. I'll bring this back with us. And let's go and hand in some quests. Actually, we can use the waypoint, since it'll take us directly where I want to be. Right. Okay. Now, one of you has to go in there. Donk. Bye-bye. Machine range 2. Unlocks all workstation shrines at range 2. 3 workstations will be unlocked. The Carry Spark Shrine, the Loamy Spark Shrine, and the Choppy Spark Shrine. And for that, I need a Crafty Spark. We also get the Waypoint range if I get Sawn Timber. Active Sparks upgrade for the Etheric Clump. An additional unlock slot. I think that will give us more sparks that we can have. Spark Rush, I need an Etheric Pallet. Unlocks the ability to rush a single group of sparks in one direction. Go ahead and upgrade that one. Alright, not bad. You can rush sparks in aim mode. This sends all sparks of the currently selected type towards the cursor. Double tap the rush button to something. Don't worry. For those of us who don't read fast, like me, there should be, I believe we go in here. Yes, down here. Double tap the rush button to rush all equipped sparks. Okay, duly noted. Right, now let's go and chat with the Divine Researcher. We have much to talk to him about. Hello. Also, while we're over here, rush. Go forth. Whilst they're doing that work, I can chat. exciting news. I was going through some old notes and I found something on an unusual shrine. It always confused me because it didn't have a little creature on top. I don't think you found it yet, so I'll mark it on your map. Right, you want us to look for the Etheric Distiller Shrine, okay? Find the ancient shrine and examine the Etheric Distiller Shrine. Very well. Be careful out there, you hear? Don't get too close to those mantis stags. What? Okay, that is very different from... Oh, actually, did I do something else? You've unlocked it, fantastic! Did you check out the shrine? What changed there? Oh, this is the one about the one ancient shrine we've already interacted with, the Stumpy Spark shrine. Yep, complete. You tell the divine researcher everything you've seen about the ancient shrine, especially the rather strange creature that came out of it after you fixed it. Oh. So they're called sparks, you say? How unusual. Clearly, I have some research to do. They're quite cute. You should show them around. Maybe others in the village will have some thoughts or ideas on them. Very well. So that's given us a bunch more quests. Complete quest to progress. Manage your quest with the quest log. Also, you're still trying to talk to me. I'm looking through my research, and it seems these sparks are entirely unique. You're the first person to discover such a thing. What, are you surprised that this old man can actually do some work? Well, I mean, I wasn't saying it out loud, but divine technology is my speciality, I'll have you know, and I've been thinking, maybe we can recreate these spark machines. The divine researcher grins, his eyes full of passion. He takes out several pages full of questions that he's prepared to ask you. Okay, I've got to give you a Stumpy Spark, 20 ether shards, and 100 wooden logs, my lord. But that will give us the Spark Workshop and the ability to make Stumpy Sparks. Very well. You spend what feels like forever answering a litany of questions about Stumpy Spark Shrine. Its dimensions, its connections, how every little thing seems to work. By the end of it, the divine researcher seems satisfied. I see. So it uses the same etheric energies as the other divine technology, and it certainly fits some old hypotheses. But replicating the actual process? Well, there's nothing to do but try. I appreciate that point of view. You're right. There's nothing to do but try. What's the worst that can happen? You can fail. Alright, okay, so we've completed these. We don't know what's coming next. We've got a quest that will unlock a merchant. Okay, so let's chat with everyone. I've got to get that one next as well. Let's have a chat with you. Hey, how's the Spark stuff going? You update the woodsman on what has happened recently, including you having recently unlocked some new shrines at the village monument. You know, when my grandfather explored the woodlands a long while ago, he described in his notes a shrine with a strange-looking statue. Thinking about it, it might be a spark machine. Here, I'll mark it on your map. Okay, ancient shrine, the crafty spark shrine. Thank you very much indeed. I hope those notes are still useful and that you find something there. Grandy never had the best handwriting. Ooh. What are those little guys? Oh, you're giving me these all out of order, my dude. Sparks, you say? And you can get them to work for you? Tell me more. You see his eyes twinkle in thought as you describe the ancient shrine and how the sparks work in one. He mutters something and nods to himself. This definitely needs some sort of like gated, some sort of conditional that makes sure they give you these dialogues in the right order. It's a small thing, but definitely helps to lower the confusion. Also, I only just noticed your hair is literally twigs and leaves. How marvelous. Are you a druid? Oh, I see. Yes, of course. That's pretty ingenious. Right, let me have a few, will you? And get me some materials. I want to try making a logger for your little sparks. Okay, you want 2 Stumpy Sparks, 5 stone and 10 wood. And you will give me a beefilant carapace and a logger. Okay. You leave the woodsman deep in thought as he mentally constructs the design of the logger. These are loggers over here. And from what I understand, we can use them, but we can't automate them. No. But I can use them to complete my quest super fast by having them output a bunch of logs. Efficiency. Alright, there we go. Don't worry, we're not going to sit here and do that the whole time. But I will speed things along a little bit. Right, let's have a look at my quests. What did I need? Divine Researcher. Okay, well, nothing really showing up there, actually. Got side quests. Still got to go and check those out. Let's have a look on the map. Okay, we've got a shrine here, a shrine there. Both in the Fog of War. Feels weird to call it the Fog of War in this game, because it really doesn't have war. That I've seen, anyway. So those weird dolls of yours, they follow instructions, right? You think they can carry stuff too? Okay, after hearing about the Sparks carrying items to you, the Quartermaster has an idea. She wants to see if they can use paths to carry items to and from buildings. She asks for a few Sparks to test it out. Okay. I will get back to you, because you can't have my Sparks. They're mine. And they are precious. I'll bring you some other Sparks. Hello, Mia. Oh, those Spark things. You found are rather cute. I'm sure lots of people will come far and wide to study them. Although our village is a little underdeveloped, we never had much of a reason to grow, but maybe we can do something so those who can help you study the Sparks will come and stay. That's lovely. Okay, got wooden logs and sawn timber. It's quite a lot, I know, but you take as long as you need. Here to support you, dearie. What a lovely mayor. If only every town could be so supportive. Right, let's head back out then. We got many things that I need to do. Actually, let's decide which quest we want to work on first. I mean, I could already do that one. I want a couple more Stumpy Sparks, so let's go and try and get... we're going to need a lot of them. This one we can't do yet. This one we technically could, but I need a lot of wood for it first. And the others, let's go and explore the shrines. And on the way, we'll gather a lot of stuff that I can then use to make more sparks. I think that is probably the best way to do it. First and foremost, we want to be going in this here direction. And while I'm here, go ahead and gather all of the things. With 3 of them, this definitely goes a lot faster. Also, they're able to pick up a lot more stuff as well, which is very nice. Close your eyes. You know how I said there wasn't war? I mean, it isn't a war when it's this one-sided, at the very least. I wasn't telling a lie. I just wasn't being entirely truthful. Right, how much stuff have I got, by the way? I've got enough to get a couple more sparks going. So I'm going to set 1 spark to make some while we're out. If you could help out a little bit, and I'll bring you back some more gear later. There we go. You just crack on, little spark. And I will take your siblings on an adventure. No, it's not going to be a fun adventure. You're not missing out. It's going to be an adventure full of toil. No treats. There's going to be treats, but look, I don't want them to be demoralized. Though the treats may entirely be for me, depending. Let's see. We have found the ancient shrine. We've also found an ancient container with leaves. Very well. So, let's have a gander at you. First, RTFM. Animating force for the sparks, the etheric distillation process. You touch the shrine and it slowly whirs into life. It seems to be running some kind of test and is checking that everything still works. There is a hiss of steam as the machine finishes a process. It seems to have refined etheric pellets into ether shards. The shrine states that it is now fully functioning and ready to be put to use. Okay. How much do we... Ooh, we get 6 per? That is definitely worth it. You may have a spark to help out. Thank you. Let's go around, have a quick peek. Right, where's the other shrine that we wanted to go to? I think it's far north of us. More pallets. Okay, well, we'll drop these off since we're stood here anyway. There we go. And we'll come back and collect all of the ether in a bit. Right, let's be on our way. Actually, how far do we have to... Oh, we have to travel past the Stumpy Sparks, so I may as well collect those when we're back. Do I have any more wood? I don't. How about you help me gather some wood so we can bring it back to the Stumpy Spark shrine. Go. Lots of leaves, not much wood, sadly. Awful lot of leaves. I'm going to be drowning in leaves before long. What do I even do with leaves? Maybe I'll make a hat out of them? There we go. We need a little bit more than that, though, so if you could go over there. You just need... there we go. I think that'll give us enough now to get another full spark, because I think it was 5 wood and an ether stone per spark. I wish I could help, little dude. All I can do is help by picking things up. There we go. Hopefully that is some degree of help. It seemed quite satisfied with that side, to be fair. I will say that the sounds the sparks make are incredibly cute in this game. Absolutely fantastic. Right, let's zoom in a little bit and see what we've got to see. Right, you may have more, and I will take them with. Thank you very much. You crack on. Actually, do I have any more? No, sadly I don't. Okay, well, you're just going to have to make one. I didn't have enough wood there for you to make any more anyway, so it's not so much of a problem. Though that being said, maybe... Ooh, can you gather this? No. Some objects require special sparks to harvest them. Very well. You come on back then. Thank you very much for the effort. Now, where are we headed for the shrine? We need to go more or less straight north from here. Ooh. And we will, of course, stop to open this up. Ooh, now that is a treasure trove. And there's another one over here too. Okay. Okay, I like ancient container. That is blocked at the seams of it. Yep, can you open that? Nope. Okay, fair enough. Thank you for trying, though. There's the shrine. Ooh, these are forest spunnies. And I believe forest spunnies are a little bit tougher than the regular ones, so let's not mess with them. Actual arms that can work. Why are limbs so difficult to make? At least something, 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 something. You touch the shrine and it slowly whirs into life. It seems to be running some kind of test and checking that everything still works. This one, too, spits out a rather strange creature into your arms. The shrine registers that the crafty spark has been immediately activated as part of the test. The crafty spark waves at you, ready and eager to receive instructions, however, before anything could be done. With a puff of magic, the spark turns into a wooden disc that fits into your hand. With the deactivation successful, the shrine states that it is now fully operational and ready to be assigned sparks. Now, the difference between the crafty spark is they are twice as efficient, and as far as I can tell, efficiency is purely like when they're working within a workstation, so making the sparks, for example. They have an attack type of blunt, but they are half as good at fighting. A worker spark, good at working in buildings. A rather grumpy looking bunch, but it seems like they actually enjoy working hard. Well done, little sparks. Okay, let's have a look. In terms of our quests, done all those. I need... Got the wood harvester still there. Now, it shouldn't be too rough of one. I've examined this shrine, I would have assumed. Oh, we need Stumpy Sparks to make... Oh, and wooden panels. That's not so great, I must confess. That's going to be a little ways away. But I noticed another chest, so let's go and grab that. Ooh, quite a good chest, too. Alright, thank you very much. Right, I think we're going to do a return. Oh, wow, that is a very, very webbed up little wood there. For now, could you please grab me some stones? You head out, grab all of the things, and while you're doing that, I'm going to look back on the task that we've got. The Stumpy Sparks I can do and get the dirt path going. Wooden logs, 5 stones, and 2 Stumpy Sparks we can do to get the logger. The Stumpy Spark, 20 ether shards, we've got that. I'd need a lot of wooden logs, though. Alright, well, this is an automation game, and although I could manually do this, I'd rather not. Now, I've not been playing it nearly in the way that you would need to. I've noticed that when looking through the available achievements, there was one very similar to Factorio. Complete the game, or complete this biome, the forest biome, by while crafting a minimum of only 10 items at most. And... Again, it's an automation game, so I'm inclined to do automation game things. Let's bring you from in there. Actually, you might be able to get this done very quickly. Let's have a look. You process 1.9 a minute. But look at him go. Actually, let me rotate it around. Look at the difference. Ah, hands. What a concept. I'll give you another Stumpy Spark for comparison. Again, why the eyeballs, though? You're closing your eyes. You clearly don't like it. Oh, man. I feel bad. I feel super bad, actually. You'll process 3.1 a minute. I think that's actually okay. I want to grab some more stuff from around here. Namely, we want to get more rock, though. So give me a few moments. I'm going to allow them to finish working on all of that so I can bring them with me. And in the meanwhile, I'm going to have my Sparks harvest all of the stuff. I got to be honest, as much as telling them to rush is fun, hearing their giddy little cries as they get launched and yeeted at something fills me with joy. Also, you know how I was talking about them like, closing their eyes as they're rolling on their eyeballs? I'm just getting such a strong Norp Apolog vibe at this point from them just like head-butting rocks in order to break them. I don't think this situation is salvageable. I think they're hopeless. They're just chronically hopeless. Never mind, we've got quite a lot of material though. That's actually very nice. We've got 13 stones. We need a lot of logs though. Right, let's head down here. Though, it did occur to me when I was mentioning the whole crafting achievement, I'm not sure what would constitute crafting. Would that also include gathering? Curiouser and curiouser. But we should have some more friends over here, or at least one more friend. I could get some more done besides, and I think that might be very wise indeed. Let's pop that in there, and I would like our Crafty Spark to take over the job. In fact, no, you're coming with me because I'm fairly certain we're going to need quite a few of you. Oh, look at them all arranged up there. Marvellous. Right, let's go back and hand in some sparks so that folks can start helping me with a couple of the odds and sods. Right, for the path of logistics, we need 3 Stumpy Sparks. Let's pop those in there. 1, 2, 3. This is the treasure chest. You can place items in there. It doesn't seem like certain quests just require that you have done something. Others require that you have them, but in some cases you might want to. You might have so much that you need to deliver you can't really hold them, and I'm assuming that's what these chests are for. There we go. It works. They walk on paths. They even pick up from a drop of items into buildings they pass. Huh? They only walk on the right side of the path for some reason. Yeah, let me show you how to make a dirt path. Thank you very much indeed. Right, the path tool allows you to build new paths and delete existing paths. We are now getting into the territory of automation. Try it out. The Questmaster explains step by step what you should do to try and understand how exactly sparks work. Build a logger, connect the logger to a Stumpy Spark shrine, throw Stumpy Sparks on a path, transport 20 logs, and craft 10 Stumpy Sparks. That is a big list of things to do. Tell me how it went. I will, I think, maybe. Let's head over to the woodcutter. Oh, actually, let's first have a look in here. Oh, I do apologize for that extremely loud noise there. Adobe just finished updating a bunch of apps. Silly Adobe. Right, so spark harvesting. We've already been doing that. That's absolutely fine. But the logger, what do you need? Oh, you still need 10 logs, 5 stone, and 2 Stumpy Sparks. I believe I've got that. No, I don't. Okay, well, we can quickly get the logs. Pardon me for a moment. Wait a second. What am I doing? Why am I holding down a button manually when I have Stumpy Sparks? Oh, this offends me. Oh, my Lord. I forgot myself there for a moment. Do apologize. Let's get you over here. Go and gather all of the things for me, please. Yes, this may take longer, but it requires less effort from me. And also, they look so happy doing work. How could I rob them of this wonderful purpose that they have? Many people will spend their lives looking for a purpose as absolute as this one. Go there too. You don't seem to be happy. Come back. I think you got stuck somewhere you can move. And so you just decided to wait forever. That's fine. There we go. And I will help pick these up. Thank you very much, my little spark dudes. Right. I would like to... Oh, my Lord. Go away, Adobe. It's like, I want to do all of the beeping. You seem to be having so much fun. Look at me instead. You're like a cat. Right, 10 wood, 5 stone, and 2 Stumpy Sparks. So, goodbye, little Stumpy Spark friends. It hurts me to say goodbye to you, but there we are. There we go. And now I should be able to complete it. I wonder how... did you get everything already? I forgot what my voice was like for a second. Don't worry. If you forgot what you should do, you should check out the quest log. I've already done it. It's fine. Of course. Since they're so small, they'll need a low table and... it's done. One very important thing, you'll need a Bielephant carapace to build a logger. The carapace stabilizes the ether in the giant trees, you see. You don't really need to know what that means, but let me tell you, I've personally tried harvesting these giant trees without etheric stabilizers, and it took 2 whole months to regrow my mustache. You can find the Beelephant carapace from Beelephant corpses that are around in the woodland, but for now I'll give you what I have spare. Thank you ever so much. You've unlocked your first building. Enter the build mode to select something to build, and the build mode remembers the last 5 construction buildings. Oh, that's quite useful. Can I get my stuff back? I can. Marvellous. And there's the Beelephant carapace. Alright, so I was thinking that maybe we can get these sparks to not just harvest the wood, but actually craft with it. I'll need quite a lot of materials to try out some different ideas, but you and your sparks can do it. You want 100... Everyone wants 100 wood logs, my lord. Yes, let's make something new together. Marvellous. Teamwork makes the dream work, as the saying goes. An organic material primarily used in building the Beelephant carapace. The hard carapace of a Beelephant used to counterbalance large quantities of machine-interfering volatile magic. Okay, very well. And down here we have the ability to build. I'm going to need some more logs, and I have everything else we need. All right, well, while we're here then... Oh, I haven't got one tiny little spark. Ah, I feel so bad. Don't worry, we'll go and get you some more friends to help out with the work. But until then, it's gonna be a rough job. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're gonna be working quite hard. Never mind, we've got some sparks for you. Hooray! You can have all of that. There we go. And I know. I've just given up all of my wood, but don't worry, we're gonna be able to get loads more. And with more and more and more, Stumpy Sparks is going to become even easier. Also, being able to throw enough at the problem that they'll also be able to pick all of the stuff up. Efficiency, I tell you. Efficiency. Also aesthetic. Aesthetic efficiency. They sound so happy when they're doing it, you know? There we go. I'll grab that. And I will... You know what? Yeah, sure. Let's get one more. We need one more wood in there to get another 2 sparks. But look how fast they go. More and more sparks. Just throw sparks at a problem until the problem goes away. There we are. Let's get that one over there. And I want one more there. There we go. Other than that, all of the wood now has to come to me so that I can make the sawmill. Which we're going to be able to put right there. Have I got a little Stumpy Spark behind me? I do not. Achievement. Forester. Unlocked. Marvellous. We have cut down many trees. The dappling way. There we go. Whilst they are made out of logs... They are dapplings at heart. They may look like trees, but can you deny the clear dappling energy they're bringing to this game? There we go. I will accept them. Up to 6 sparks. This is amazing. Right. Do I have enough? I do. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and build a harvester. So, a building to infinitely harvest logs and more. More form. Place on giant trees. I'm not sure if that was spelled the way it was meant to. But we also have the dirt path, a basic dirt path that sparks can walk on to move items from location to location. Several sparks can walk on the same path. They will always walk on the right. All right, let's go ahead and pop this down. Use the edit tool when you need to move, rotate, and delete existing buildings. I believe you get full return on any building you make, which is rather amazing. I like it when games don't punish you for learning the placement. I mean, I do get it as well in some games where, you know, there are consequences for placing things down, or part of the mechanic is that you're going to have to build and rebuild. But I like it when it makes it easy to do that because it encourages experimentation. Now then, I would like a spark in here. Go ahead. You will make 30 logs a minute. That is amazing. How many can you make? You can make 2. You can almost make 3. So that's almost 15 logs per minute that you can consume, but not entirely 15 logs. You understand. I have got something in here that has just shown up. We've got all of the workstation shrines, waypoint shrines. Yes, yes, yes. Anything else? Ah, build mode, yes. There we go. Right, we're going to place down a path with the G key. And I would like this path to simply... that's the output, and those are the inputs over there. Paths can go up slopes, but can't go down cliffs. So, you know what? Let's bring that down here, and then along in that direction, like so. There we go. You can throw sparks in A mode onto paths and into buildings. Sparks will then start walking on the right-hand side of the path. Very well. Let's see how this works. You've already produced over 20. Let me come out of there. There we go. There are 20 logs sat there. We don't need to grab them ourselves. And instead, I can go, pow. Oh, can I send you all onto this? Everyone onto the path. Oh, no. They're like, no, you wanted me to attack the tree. I understand. No, no, you don't. You really don't. Sparks are not smart. They will walk on the right side of the path and try to interact with any building on the right. your building inputs and outputs have to be properly connected. There we go. Delivery of wood complete. What I would like... Well, clearly they don't take an entire minute to do this route. So probably 3 doing the route is enough to keep this going at all times and eventually fill it up. But at this stage, the only thing I need to do is just drop this off. Now, we don't have a way to automatically deliver the ether yet, but this is pretty solid as far as things go. And in fact, I could go ahead and pop you in there as well, couldn't I? And then you'll increase the speed even more. You're almost at the point where you're consuming all of the wood that is available. So instead, I'm going to put you over there, and we're going to double the amount of wood being produced. And there we go. We have now automated production of the... Well, we have automated the production of the production, but calling our Sparks production, that just feels rude when they make such cute noises when they're doing work. But nevertheless, we have effectively achieved the factory has automated the expansion of the factory. It's truly grand. The only thing it hasn't done is automated the deployment of the factory. But you know what? That's fine. We can work with it for now. They do cause traffic jams, you'll notice, and they slow down a lot when they're carrying things. So that does make a bit of an impact. How quickly are you delivering? You're delivering faster than it's being, well, not entirely faster than it's being used up, actually. No. We want a couple more sparks on there, I think. I'm going to keep going for now and get this at least up to the point where we always have... Yeah, we've got 6 making its way down. So this should, at this point, be able to keep this more or less running constantly. We'll see how that goes. I think we are basically creeping up towards that point. There we go. You're almost finished. We just need to drop 2 more off. Are you going to be able to do it in time? Almost. Very nearly almost. We'll see. I'm fairly certain we are now at a point where at this stage... They're more or less going to be able to... Oh, no, they are actually still just 1 shy. Never mind then. I'll pop that over there. And now they are probably going to be able to keep up with it. But there's still more that we want to do, you see. Because eventually, they're going to overwhelm this. They're going to put all of the wood in there that they possibly can. But down here, we do need to be delivering 12 per minute. So... How about we automate the fueling of this waypoint? Can I get off that? There we go. My lord. Right, let's see what we can do. Okay, we've finally gotten to the point where I have added enough sparks onto this track to saturate the line. And we are seeing some of the sparks walking back, or rather past the Stumpy Shrine, with logs on their back. Now, we're going to need a lot more sparks to fully saturate this line, because as you can see, the ones who aren't carrying anything, it's just wasted time for them. They are held back by the ones that are, because they're so much faster than them naturally. But we are getting a movement of fuel now down to the waypoint, so that should start charging things up, and as soon as they've dropped off the field, they'll go back and they'll grab some fresh logs over here. Again, we are going to want to put plenty of Stumpy Sparks onto this line to make sure that this is always in motion, but for the most part, we seem to have gotten to a point where we are oversaturating the Stumpy Spark Shrine with logs, so they don't need to, so they'll carry on walking past it with the logs in hand, and then we'll make their way down here to charge this up so that we can just teleport to it. And I'll add an extra couple of sparks onto this though. There we go. I'll pop all of them there. How much wood have we got in here? We don't have much, so this is going to burn out, sadly. But occasionally it'll have a charge, and it probably won't be very long between having a charge there. It would be ideal to get to the point where there is always going to be a charge here, but right now I can kind of work around having to wait until it turns on and then jumping over here if it's that much of a problem to me. But for the most part, we seem to be doing quite well, and we are making a lot of Stumpy Sparks as we go. We've got a good bit of logs made. We've completed this line completely. Now, one of the problems that we are going to find, though, is that I'm not going to have just the logs sitting around. So I'm going to kind of need to just pick them up from there to complete the quest that we've got. We've got quite a few quests that need logs. So let's have a quick gander. We've got 80 logs there, sawn timber. We can't make that yet. 100 logs, 20 ether shards, and 1 Stumpy Spark, which will give us the Stumpy Spark workshop. And woodcraft, we just need 100 logs. So 200 logs in total. That's going to take me a little bit of time to get to, especially as Sparks are using up the wood about as fast as they can. Still, we should be alright, and this is now starting to get to a point where it's actually seeing a charge building up. I'm very, very happy to see that. I'm going to continue adding Sparks onto this line, though, and I shall bring it back when we have the requisite wood to complete the next quest. Okay, I am done with the deforestation for now. We shall return to the town and hand in our quests, of which we have at least 2 to hand in. Hello. Oh, I actually quite like what you've done down there. The quartermaster explains step by step what you should do to try and understand how exactly the sparks work. We have got the barrel and the shed. She nods as you explain to her what happened when you created the production line, and her lips relax into a soft and satisfied smile. Yeah. Nice. Here, I made some storage buildings for you and the Sparks. The shed is for us, quite a large storage building for us. And the barrel is something that the Sparks can drop things into, something we're going to need, actually. What is this marvellousness down there? You know, I'm going to help myself to those. You can have some leaves instead, little Spark, it's fine. Right, next up, we want to go and drop things off for... Oh, actually, we should probably have a look at the new building, shouldn't we? Storage, there we are. A large building for you to store items in, and a basic container for you or your Sparks to store items in. Only store, though, not take out. The woodcrafter, you just want 100 logs. That won't be a problem at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Perfect timing. Let me show you my final design. So much of the machinery is inside the building. It simplifies the work, so those Sparks of yours don't have to do anything too complex. No offense, but they're not very smart. When I try to give a complex order to one, they just get very confused. Of course, there's always more room for improvement, but try it out. There we go, we got the saw bench and we can now make sawn timber. Marvellous news. Next quest in our list is to deliver 100 logs, 20 ether, and 1 Stumpy Spark to the Divine Researcher. Let's go and do that right away. We've got plenty of Stumpy Sparks with us at this point. So, one of you in there. Oop. There we are, and some ether as well. It's quite a lot, I know, but I'm sure you'll be able to do it very quickly. Or did you already get everything? I did, in fact. I'm done! So there's no way of building this without an ancient base. The piping is vital, and I can't quite replicate it. But I've also made it process agnostic. It means you can use it to make other types of sparks. What? I know there are more shrines out there. I bet you a warm dinner that there's more sparks too. Oh, I always thought that these statues were minor deities, but to think that they were these creatures. Oh, there we go. We have now got a bunch more Stumpy Sparks as well. Fantastic. Thank you very much for that. Right, and the final thing, the final quest on our list of quests is to expand the village with 80 wooden logs and 40 sawn timber. And of course, we're not going to do that ourselves. That'd be madness. No. Also, why am I walking there manually? That is also madness. The lengths I had to go to get them to deliver the wood on the right side of the path. I'm definitely going to be using that. Though, at this point, having so many Sparks following me around is a little bit distracting. Nevertheless, that's what we've got. So, currently, we've got wood going down here to make more Sparks, which is always grand and wonderful. Right now, they're not having to use any more because we've already... we have so many that we can't take any more out. But we do have logs... also being used up down here, and again, that's completely full. Let's have a look at what we need to make the new station. Why can't I close that down? It's so weird. There we go. Right, let's have a gander. B again. Now, to make the Spark Workbench or the Refinery, I need 20 logs to make the Saw Bench. That won't be a problem at all. Let's just go ahead and grab some from in here. Thank you very much for your kind delivery there. And now... let's build a saw bench. Now this one's going to have inputs and outputs. And if I put the input on this side, that should mean, or even on this side, that they will have dropped off to the the waypoint first. So we'll only take excess logs for this procedure. So let's pop that down there. And now let's pop some sparks inside. They take 6. Sorry, how many? 2 logs per 1 timber. Are there other things we can do? There probably are, but we can't do them just yet. That's fine. All right, well, that's marvelous. But you know what? I don't want this to clog up after 20. I'm okay if the sparks clog up after 10. But I don't want to clog the workspace up after 20 because, well, assuming it can stack to... I'm fairly certain it can stack to 20. But we need more than 20 for quite a lot of things. So how about we go ahead and we build the new storages, which would be a barrel. I think they have to have some room to walk the distance, so you can't put it there, because I don't think you can have a single tile road. I could be wrong about that, but I don't believe you can. So we'll pop this there instead. Additionally, at this point, if you still have wood, I want you to drop it off. I don't want you to carry it all the way back up here. You can speed up the last little bit. So I'm going to pop a little spot there that will allow them to drop off the logs that they've got as well. Let's see how that works. There we go. We've already started to fill it up with logs. So that, I believe this is going to be, that's what, 80, 160 logs can be stored in there. I should assume the same is going to be true over here. Let's do that. There we go. And we really don't need that many. I think 2 is going to be more than enough here. Should be able to pick those up and start hauling them down. Especially because this is only making 7.5 a minute. Well... let's have a watch. Is this going to generally go down? Yeah, it is. That's perfect then. That's all we need. Alright. That is a marvellous system. If I do say so myself. I would like to add some more sparks into my backpack though. Let's top all of those up. You can have these back for now. I mean, I could make a barrel for the sparks too. But I think that's going to be far too many sparks. Because, well, I suppose it would be 80 sparks. That would give me space. Considering some people are asking for sparks, but the other use is that it's going to be some fighting where I don't think my sparks are going to necessarily be the ones on top every single time. So we might want to take care of that, eh? Yeah, I think it probably does make sense for us to do that. We can see another waypoint over there. The shrine just up there as well. Got a good amount of trees around here. We've got some... I believe these are the bases that we can build on, the specialist bases. But whilst our sparks are making a bunch of stuff, let's go and have a little bit of a gander. Let's go and have a little explore. Also, that gives me an opportunity to gather some more stuff. Do we need much more ether shards? Not right now. So these spunnies are completely... No, you're not completely safe. We need the shards and anything else you might be able to give us. 3 shards seem to drop from each one, so sending 3 out to take them on. Vastly more than we need, but they will be able to bring back everything that drops. Let's have a look down here then. Is there anything over here that we particularly want? Can we crack that stone, I wonder? No, we cannot. Okay, you can come back then. I could clean up everything in this area, and there is a part of me that it's tempted to, I'm not going to lie. But first, I just want to have a poke around, see how far this biome goes out. That is a bee elephant. It is literally a bee with a trunk. I don't know what you were expecting, but oh, it's guarding a chest. Now, sometimes they seem to have... Oh, we can actually hear it moving around. Sometimes the creatures have glowing eyes. I wonder if that's when the forest is feeling a little bit like we've been taking too much and not giving enough back. I would not be surprised. But it's time for us to fight a bee elephant, because we're going to want to be able to make more logging areas. So charge, go forth, engage. There we go. Eyes glow like that, yes. Splotch. Unfortunately, our sparks are about as hardy as the spunnies are when our sparks are the ones attacking them. Go forth. Try not to get... There we go, yeah. Get there just after it's finished doing its thing. They are going through my sparks, something chronic. Maybe we do need to set up a large collection of them. I think... Yeah, we're going to send the rest in. There we go. There we go. Well done. And we've got some rewards. The main thing that we're looking for is the bee elephant carapace, though. That we're going to need an awful lot of in order to set up many, many more logging stations. But whilst we're here, we may as well grab these berries as well. I wonder if the berry bushes dictate where the elephants live, because they would have plenty of food. I've never seen them drop any berries, though, which is an interesting one. But all the same, there we go. Let's just clear this area out. There we are. Marvellous. Should be fairly quickly done. Pick that up as well. Help out a little bit. There we go. We'll leave that berry bush. Maybe that is going to spawn more elephants. Can we gather these, I wonder? I'm not going to find out whether our sparks float. Oh, no. Apparently they do float. I'm too far away to pick that up. Can I? No? Okay, never mind. Apparently that's not going to happen. Could someone maybe get that? Will you recognize that? They do float! But can they pick things up is the question. Or do they just teleport? I think they might just teleport. Yeah, they teleport if they can't seem to do what they're trying to do. Yeah, okay, that's fine. They don't float, they sink, but they also don't die, which is very nice. Let's go on a little bit more of an adventure. There we go. The chest seems to be where you need to be looking for the ether shards, though. My lord, there's a lot of stuff in those. And down hither, ooh, what do we have here? We have another biome. This is... Can I gather it? Apparently I can. And down here, we have some sort of blocked air vent. Never mind, you can't gather that. Now, as far as I'm aware, there are only 2 biomes in the game so far, but there are... On the roadmap, there's more variety in biomes, is one of the things that's listed. Now, that's for August this year. Oh, I can definitely hear something clomping around. Is there another elephant out here? Yes, there is. I do not have the sparks to take on another elephant, so you get a pass this time. In fact, let's head back to our area. We've explored out about as far as we can go this way, though. Maybe before we go back, let's see where this mountain goes, shall we? Look, we're adventurers. I was told to go on an adventure by the divine researcher. And if you can't believe a divine researcher, then who can you believe? Look at all this interesting stuff. Fluted vent. Okay. Is that what these things are? Fluted vents? These are pengus. Got quartz rocks up there. Thankfully, they don't seem to care that I'm here. That's always good to see. Okay, this is going actually quite deep. I'm certain I am not meant to be here, though. Okay. The Frowlet. Hello? Okay. Oh. Yeah, I've made mistakes. Mistakes have been made. Flee! Look, he who fights but runs away may live to fight another day. Okay. Did all my sparks make it back? They did. Marvellous. Let's see if you've managed to stock up enough. There's the 40 timber we needed, and then it was just 80 logs, I believe. And we have all of the logs we need as well. Oh, that's fantastic news. All right, thank you very much. The final thing we're going to do in today's episode, whether this be the end of a first taste or the end of many episodes of a mini-series, is down to you. But the final thing we're going to do is talk to the mayor and hand in this. Oh, you're one busy bee-elephant. These bee puns. I feel they should be in Apico. If you've forgotten what I asked you to do, it's written down in your quest log. Don't forget to take lots of breaks, my dear. I will be taking one in just a moment, actually. There we go. Pop. The mayor has heard that you found something new and believes this will create a new influx of people looking to visit the village. She wants to support you by improving the village and setting up a permanent marketplace. The mayor takes inventory of the items she asked for with disbelief. Amazing! I never imagined that you could get so much so quickly. Thank you so much, my dear. We'll make sure to put all of this to good use. Don't forget to take breaks, okay? I'm proud of you no matter what you do. Always have been. Oh, how... Again, imagine living in a town where the mayor is this personable. My lord. Rewards. A merchant. My very own merchant. Fantastic. There we are. Village expansion. Everyone has quests. Oh, my lord. We'll check out the quests, and then we'll wrap up the episode. Have you talked to the merchant? Most folks don't tend to come so far to the middle of nowhere, but they were very interested in staying when they heard about your sparks. I already had some plans for the next project. Do you want to help? I do. 160 sawn timber and 80 wooden panels. Okay, well, we can't even make the panels yet. Thank you so much, dearie. But be careful out there. I will try. Tier 2 has been unlocked. Can I actually unlock anything over here? I could put a crafty spark in there, but I don't have... Ah, man, if I had a little bit more. Waypoint range up. Ooh, I do have this. Active sparks upgrade. Unlock. It did exactly as I'd hoped. We can now have 20 sparks. Coming for you, Beelephant number 2. Eventually. Not just yet. I have a question. Are those sparks of yours good at defending themselves? Or, say, a trade caravan? We avoid disturbing wild animals, but sometimes they do attack, and of course there are also bandits. Maybe they can help, but you should stay with something weak. Hunt some field spunnies for me. You can find a lot of them in the woodlands. Very well. Hunt 5 field spunnies. Don't confuse them with the forest spunnies, all right? If you attack one of those, the whole nest will come after you. Very well. I will bear this in mind. I wonder if I can build things over here. I wonder... Oh. Could I... I'm assuming this is my house. I hope so. Imagine owning your own place. Everyone's dream. You start telling the divine researcher about 2 new shrines you've just unlocked at the village monument, especially the crafty spark shrine, when he interrupts you. Oh ho ho! Didn't I tell you that there were other sparks? I'm so smart. I think you technically owe me a warm dinner, but I'll let you off for now. Right. We want to bring a crafty spark, 40 Stumpy Sparks. Oh my lord. And 40... Okay, so I guess we do need to set up a barrel for the Stumpy Sparks then. Enough gloating from this old man. It's time to do some work. Don't you mean I have to go and do some work? I'm still on to you. Oh, hello there. So you know your sparks can turn wooden logs into sawn timber? I was thinking, maybe we can get them to make something even more refined. Do you want to give me a hand? 2 loggers, 2 saw benches, and 80 timber, but that's how we get the wooden panels. There we go. Great. Let's try expanding just a little and see how the logger and saw bench work in scale. Very well. And we have another quest from the quartermaster. We do. These sparks are very silly. They keep walking around in very long ways. They just need instructing. Signposts, crates, crossings. By the looks of the signs on that, that means I can have them cross past each other rather than taking the turn. And a splitter. We've seen that in the intro sequence that they would definitely had that sort of stuff. So quite nice to see that we get to this so early. The quartermaster has been working on a set of tools for your production line, including ways to instruct your sparks on how to navigate the paths. She needs some materials to test and finalize her design. So wooden panels and sawn timber seem to be what we're going for. She grins. I didn't actually click accept. That was very silly of me. But I think we did already accept it. She grins, eagerly waiting for you to bring the materials. Let's have a quick look at our quests. Spark logistics, yeah. So we need 20 wooden panels, sawn timber. Only sawn timber, but a lot of buildings over here. That's fine. We've already got half of them. Crafting crafties. We need to bring crafty sparks, loads of stumpy sparks, and loads of wooden panels, my lord. And finally, loads of sawn timber and wooden panels. So wooden panels seem to be the thing we need for everything but the quest to do the wooden panels. Of course, we've also got spark combat, which will get us some ether shards, which wouldn't go amiss. But that is going to be it for this first episode. I really do hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoyed enough that we will be coming back to it. But do let me know down in the comments what you think about the game and whether this game takes your fancy enough that you might pick it up for yourself. If so, there will be links down in the video description on where you can purchase it. But that is going to be it from me and everyone here at Dapperton Village. Do take care, everyone.